In a small, forgotten village on the edge of a dry desert lived a farmer named Ayaan. For 3 years, the village had barely seen rain. The once green fields had turned into cracked earth. The well near the village center had dried. People woke up every day hoping for signs of clouds. But the sky remained empty. Most villagers gave up farming entirely. Some sat outside their houses, staring at the sky. Some blamed destiny, and some packed their bags to find work in cities. But Ayaan was different. He would wake up before sunrise, walk through his dried fields, run his fingers through the dust, and whisper, "Rain will come. But when it comes, I must be ready." One morning, the village elders gathered everyone and said, "Nothing can grow anymore. We wait for the monsoon. Until then, accept your fate." Almost everyone agreed, except Ayaan. He walked back to his barren land, looked at the cracks on the ground, and said, "If rain won't come to me, I will prepare for it." Ayaan began digging a huge pit on his land. Not a small trench, a massive underground tank. Every morning, he grabbed his shovel and worked under the burning sun. He dug until his hands bled, until his back ached, until his clothes were soaked in sweat. People walking by laughed. "Ayaan, are you digging your grave? Why work so hard? There's no rain. You've gone mad. The ground is cursed." Even Ayaan's family tried to stop him. His wife said, "Ayaan, look around. Everyone is waiting. Why must you suffer alone?" Ayaan smiled gently and replied, "The cloud comes only to the field that is ready." And he kept digging. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The villagers thought he would give up, but Ayaan kept digging. Something magical began happening. At night, the desert temperature dropped. Tiny droplets of dew formed on the surface. They slid down into his underground tank instead of being lost in the dirt. Slowly, very slowly, water began to collect. Not much, just a little, but enough to give Ayaan hope. Every drop was a reminder. Consistency produces miracles. Once the tank had a decent amount of stored moisture, Ayaan planted seeds on one part of his land. The villagers laughed even harder. "There hasn't been rain for years. You are wasting seeds, you stubborn fool." But Ayaan didn't hear them. His mind was focused. His heart was steady. He used the water he saved, drop by drop, to nourish the seeds. Every morning he whispered to them, "Grow. Don't wait for the sky." Days passed, weeks passed, and then, one morning, a single green sprout pushed out of the soil. Ayaan's eyes filled with tears. Life was returning. Months later, dark clouds gathered. For the first time in years, the villagers cheered and danced. Children came out with buckets. Everyone ran around shouting, "Rain! Rain!" But something unusual happened. Because Ayaan had loosened the soil, because he had prepared the ground, because he had built the underground tank, his land absorbed the water like a sponge. It didn't overflow. It didn't wash away. Instead, the rainwater filled his underground reservoir to the top. Days passed. When the rain ended, the villagers returned to their empty, dry fields. But Ayaan's field, it stayed green. Plants grew taller, stronger, and healthier. The fields swayed like gold under the sunlight. The tank provided enough water to last the entire season and more. The villagers gathered around him in shock. "Ayaan, how did you do this? What magic is this? Teach us." Ayaan looked at the sky and then at his hands. The same hands that were once cracked, wounded, and tired. "It wasn't magic," he said. "While you waited for rain, I prepared for it. Destiny gives opportunities to those who are ready. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for motivation. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start even if others laugh. Because in life, some people wait for rain. Some people dig the ground. But only the people who prepare bloom when the rain comes. If this story inspired you, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more meaningful stories like this.